Dear ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present the Envious Mind in the Wahao Buddhist teachings. Please follow along. It's human psychology to envy when we see someone doing better than us. The outstanding thing is, even though it is not available in the other person as being more personable and more successful, the cause comes from the fact that we are brought up and matured from this quality of jealousy. From a young age, we were trained to nurture this social environment, and so it has become our innate character. Over many lives, this characteristic has increasingly thickened in our consciousness. Behold, virtuous Master Wen said that in the book Tam Tuken of the Confucius Holy Religion teaches, the newborn human has good nature that God has reserved for him. By growing up to be infected with fame, fortune, so bad habits obscure good nature. Lack of education lacks more virtue. I am determined to recall the old nature. The original humans all had general nature, the exact physical nature of the Buddhists and gods, but because of the unconscious short title that creates the karma of reincarnation as the body of living beings. Human nature is very innocent at birth, so they don't know desire. As they grow up, they gradually become infected with the surrounding society, indulge in fame, beauty, and act evil and viciously. They bury the wholesome sweetness. People's heart can generate compassion when they see someone unhappy and unlucky, but when they see someone talented and successful, they also show respect. But inwardly, they are agitated and envious. They are expressed in many aspects, from the thoughts and words to action. Just listening to people say a sentence, just looking with their eyes, can tell whether jealousy is present in people. Therefore, the Buddha warned us that the merits of people with natural joy are as great as those who do good charity. If we ever want to drown our younger brothers when we felt their cuteness, intelligence, hard work, talent, and other advantages, we would take away all the love that our parents had gave us. For me, I'll do all I can to make it impossible for you to rise. That is also the virtuous master reprimand. Betray grandfathers and fathers and do many violent habits, grabbing food, envy younger brothers, and hate grandchildren. When we have not developed the mind to be happy with all deeds and to all the successes of many people, but once there are thoughts of criticism, contention, or accusation arise in us, we should look back. That comes from a jealous mind or from something that else occurs. Understanding people's heart like that of the virtuous mind once advised, first consider ourselves, later reckon others. Catching others' faults, that we must judge our own faults, that is why it is necessary to be righteous. The way is upright for the gentleman's humanity, first care of self-cultivation, and then correct others. Will it be fair, suitable, worthy of being sage and gentlemanlike? What we absorb from the younger's time is that we carry throughout our lives. That is extremely difficult to wash off. If you're not careful, don't look back at yourself. Sometimes you don't recognize it as jealousy, but we use beautiful words to shield it. When you see someone equal, try to give more. When they have gained more, you will be proud. When you see yourself losing, you will feel guilty and jealous. Look at nature, heaven, and earth. Plants and trees are much happier than humans. Big, majestic trees stretch branches and spread leaves and flowers. The small trees that grow in grass also bloom and smile in the sun and the wind and still stand happy below, without pride, guilt, or sadness for this petty innocent. Looking back, why live in the commune? Our society must always strive with people to nourish the ego. In school, we have compared with friends to see our progress within our family. We have also compared with brothers and sisters how are loved and treated. In religious life, if we don't practice enough, we will be altered in the mind by comparison, envy, pride, guilt, and the inability to grow spiritually. Maturity is in the spiritual life that we stand on our own. No need to look around to compare. No need to ask for help. No need to please anyone. I am peaceful in my life of study and practice. People sometimes suffer not because they are poor, but because they look outside to compare. So it is impossible to have happiness. Feed ourselves with rejoicing so that whatever is in front of us can give us joy. If our eyes are nourished by the good heart within, we will see joy, happiness, and love everywhere we look. Whether you are surrounding will become peaceful and happy. We all have jealousies from the bottom of our heart. The jealous mind is a human nature. We call it self-existent because from childhood till now, we have been given the quality, constantly overcoming status to go higher, having to overcome the goal ahead. So we are dissatisfied with what we have. Jealousy is pre-programmed in our minds. It is an external quality acquired and maintained in our minds. Suppose we don't know how to cultivate in our lives. That is the case that we always compete. We run around the compare and contrast. We see the better, the ugly, the more prosperous, and the more luxurious. This is the warren throughout life, so we are miserable until the end of our lives. We are still looking for more. A closed mind filled with jealousy, hatred, anger, and bitterness will have no space for wisdom. To rise, there will be no room for us to learn or say anything in order to develop the knowledge. Teachers from the past, present, who have done the work of spreading the Dharma have been saving lives, and those who have a heart of love as large as the sea have the virtue of joy and happiness, just like our virtuous Master Huyen, who is self-disciplined, self-aware, fully aligned person who has demonstrated 4 great virtues: love, kindness, compassion, and joy. The virtues of boundless openness, the people of the world are also good children. The teacher teaches all sentient beings, rich or poor, so we love them all, whether we laugh or praise them. The Buddha loves believers like you. He wants to give you the words from the godly heart to write down. We have never met a great master who only loves people. Their loving hearts accommodate all kinds of people, all religion, and all levels of being. The minds of the master do not have hatred or jealousy. The virtuous words of Patriarch Huyen revealed, the rich and precious world is leisurely world, but I always keep working hard. Write verses to foretell, teach a few lessons. Although poor people do something you don't like, who is rich and easy and grateful, I worry about the iron and steel life. We are walking on the path to learn to follow the footsteps of the religious masters who are full of blessings and wisdom. So we must look at our hearts every second to avoid letting go our minds go wrong. To terminate jealousy and misuse our words, deeds, and action, jealousy is intense human nature. So Buddha taught and encouraged us that when we see someone doing good deeds such as giving, making offerings, being happy, we already have full merits like that of the other person. This problem seems complicated because it is challenging to generate a sought mind to be happy with the joy of others and support someone who does good deeds. It is more difficult that we give money and effort to give alms. We think we are the givers of grace, the others is the recipient in debt, and this increases in our pride, arrogance, and increases ego. But if we stand outside and do nothing, look at the people offering alms and giving rise to joy, nothing can make our ego bigger. So it's infinitely more complex. To practice being love, we don't need to spend money because of love, and rejoicing is already in our minds. Just like a sweet stream of honey that continuously flows, we need to be happy according to the good deeds of others, and immediately achieve joyful virtues. Everything is already in us, only if we have to look outside is difficult. So these actions, love and joy, are easy to practice. The greater we practice, the greater the horizons of liberation, and the stronger our morality, according to this foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, the broadcast of the peaceful Buddhist teaching of the Overseas Central Committee has come to an end. We wish you and your audience a peaceful, happy weekend, practicing good faith. Hope to see you for the next broadcast. Nam Mô A Di Đà Phật.